Hey everyone, it's Greg from Stationery Shenanigans. I just wanted to film a little update and flip through of my creative planner that I've been using. It is now May 2023, if you can believe it, and at the beginning of the year I kind of posted my planner ideas for the year, which of course already changed within the first few weeks. But one thing that did not change was my creative planner that I decided to use. And I'll talk about a little bit of what I wanted to use this for and what I've been using it for. So what this is a traveler's notebook. This is one of the original olives. And I decided, obviously, traveler's notebook is my favorite style of really anything. If I could only pick one thing to work out of for the rest of my life, it would be a traveler's notebook. So I decided some of the things I was doing in my Hobonichi, I would transfer into my traveler's notebook. And this was the first year I had bought a weekly insert that's dated to use in my traveler's notebook to kind of use as a memory keeper or life book. So this was inspired by Hobonichi. I always love the idea of Hobonichi kind of like as this life book. And so last year what we did, starting in July, I wanted to do like a daily drawing of a memory of that day, really. And so I started July 1st. This is the Avec, so it's just a half year, because I had regretted not buying a Hobonichi. So it was kind of like a good way to get back into it a little bit. So I just did weekly drawings of my little cat guy of one or two things that I had done that day. Again, this is really just for a memory keeper. But I found the Hobonichi cousin to be just big and bulky, and then I also found it hard to kind of fill up such a big page, and it started to get intimidating. So I decided to switch to a traveler's notebook to kind of continue this. And I had got the weekly that's in two different notebooks. So the first half of the year is in one notebook, and the second half of the year is in the next notebook. And then I divided up this regular or standard size traveler's notebook. So the first is my weekly, which is kind of like my life book and, you know, just memory keeping. And then the second was my plans for my YouTube channel and different things that I've wanted to explore. Video ideas, notes about subscriptions, things I want to do for community, lessons learned, because I found one of the hardest things was kind of just remembering how to do everything, including editing videos, uploading, all that stuff. So if you're watching this and you've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, I would highly recommend it. It has been very interesting, both in terms of having fun with it and kind of learning about yourself and exploring different things. Plus, I've gotten to meet awesome people on here and build a great community. So go ahead and take that plunge if you've been thinking about it. Anyway, back to my weekly. So I want to just do a little flip through to kind of show you how things have progressed. See how I have some of the stamps from the stamp caravan. So yeah, you've all probably seen kind of like the weekly layout, but this is the horizontal one. And the reason why I chose that was because I wanted to have places on the left to do my drawings, and then a whole grid sheet to do other things like books I've been reading, movies I've been watching, different kind of things. So I kind of like having that flexibility. So I started on January 1st, and I just sketched with my fountain pen. I was in Boston for New Year's visiting my best friends, and then I took the train back from Boston, worked on my planner, having a lot of changes I've been thinking about. And a while back, I think I had posted a video where I was trying to catch up on things. So I decided, instead of pressuring myself to do a drawing on every single day, I would just decorate it with washi tape, stickers, stamps, whatever. I felt like it, because I'm trying to remove that pressure. I think we do that to ourselves in a lot of different areas of life. So yeah. Then, for example, one time I just drew my cat Big, and I was talking about what will make this year different. Put some washi tape. Again, drawing a cat with some stickers, coffee time. I read this book called 50 Sounds by Polly Barton, and I just wanted to kind of memorialize that a little bit, and I just wrote a little bit about it, put some washi tape. again, because I view this kind of as my creative planner, so it's things that I want to do creatively, both on my channel and just through my doodles and all that, and then also things that I consume creatively. So things that I watch, either channels I watch, shows I watch, or some form of media that I'm consuming, mostly books because I read a lot. And I just want to write about them and kind of reflect a little bit, or just give like a 5-star. So took a little Polaroid sticker. That day I worked at the writing center. I cleaned, I did a YouTube live. I just did a little sticker, put enjoy these memories. Then that day me and my friend went for Korean food. It was the best I ever had. I did this in watercolor, which didn't turn out too great, but that's okay. I read The Orchard, which was an excellent book. And what I decided I had to start doing was writing which material I was drawing with to kind of get a sense of what worked and didn't work. So this is the Lamy All-Star fountain pen with the Waterman Blue Serenity ink, which definitely smears, and I noted that there. But I just wanted to try different things out. So that day I had to go to Georgetown for work. I got good news on the 31st. I worked at the college. I went for a nice walk. Had to go to the office. It was cold. I made pancakes, all that stuff. Then the next week I switched to trying my Sailor fountain pen with a black cartridge. I had to go to Albany for work. I went to like a happy hour thing at my hotel. Went out to dinner. I had a really long day that day at the site. I think it was like a 14-hour work day. On our live back on February 10th, we all talked about how we're going to have our own stationery and stamp caravan. Went for a walk, library. So you'll notice like I don't always fill the right pages, right? My goal was to fill the left pages, the daily drawings, the memory keeping, whatever we want to call it. And then I can always come back later if I want to write about something, whether it be reflective or just have more space. But just like how I wanted to keep going in the daily in my Hobonichi, I wanted to keep these horizontal days going here. So then this one I use Sakura Pigment Micron PN and my famous Dollar Tree colored pencils. So I drew my cat guy. We continue to read The Orchard and finished. That was was it the olive release? No, it wasn't the olive edition on February 14th that it got released. Oh, maybe that was the day they announced that it was coming out in April. Then I had to work at the writing center at the college. I went out to breakfast on that Thursday. I had a dentist appointment. I had to do coding for my part-time research job, and then I went for a walk along the river. Next week we just have some Kita tape. I kind of just try to draw this lighthouse thing, telling myself unexpected decisions are probably your guiding light, because I've been going through this whole thing where I had to make a big life decision. And then as I was looking at my washi tape, I realized the ones I buy the most seem to be ones with lines on them, so the different looking notebook things, plaid, and I just put get lost in these lines. Yeah. I had to drive to Knoxville. What if we could just visit our potential futures for a day or so and then decide? Clearly I was going through it with decisions. Yeah. And then I was getting my job offers, which I will talk about this soon, and we'll make a video to kind of update you on my situation that's going to be happening over the next few months. And put some more washi tape and stickers. Spring's starting to roll in. Again, stickers. Thinking about your decisions. These are actually Happy Planner stickers from Michaels. Then this I used the Tombow drawing pen in 05. I was just reflecting on life. I had to go on a work trip to Richmond. I had to do research back to Georgetown. I needed to kind of just drink coffee and walk around a bookstore for a few minutes. Then my niece and my sister came to visit me, and we did touristy things when they were here. That was great. Again, another washi tape thing. Remember what brings your original childhood joy. I forget if we talked about it, but I read something about what you liked as a child is like your true self. Then I was thinking about Erin Condren's stuff and working my planner. And then there's my cat guy with an Easter basket for Easter. Week of April 10th, catch up and just go. We were trying to catch up. I took a day off and I went to IKEA, went out and did some things, did some journaling, sat outside. It was a really nice day. Cat out of the bag. I drew my cat guy coming out of a bag. That is when I gave work my notice. And let's see, next week I had to wrap books and write little covers for them because at my university at our end of semester event we do like a blind date with a book thing, so that was part of what I had to do. And then I just put some stickers and stamps and washi tape, and some, I was writing create, but I started to spell it wrong, so it got a little messed up, but that's okay, we're just having fun. And I quickly jotted and drew the cover of this book I had read called We Do What We Do in the Dark by Michelle Hart. It was 5 stars, highly recommend. Testing out our little stamps from Kinokuniya in LA, which I think we did that on our live stream. And last week I was in LA for work, and then I had to go to Phoenix. Then I drew a little YouTube live and just drew the sun, used the sun sticker, I'm sorry. Just because when I was in Phoenix, I just enjoyed soaking up the sun and all that. Then we used the Lay Pen drawing pen on tonight's, we had a live earlier, which did smear a little bit, so just a note for that. And again, my famous Dollar Tree colored pencils. I went apartment hunting the past few days. I had to do a long drive. I went to a comedy show last night. And today I had Japanese food at my favorite restaurant. And I quickly drew, I had finished reading Gina Davis's memoirs called Dying of Politeness, which was 5 stars, and I highly recommend it. So yeah, so this will end, I believe, at the end of June, and then I will switch to the next notebook for July. But I just wanted to share a flip through of this, both as accountability, and if anyone is kind of struggling with filling up their pages, that go ahead and just take a thing of washi tape that you like and just fill your day with that, because that brings you joy. You don't have to actually write a full thing or draw a full scene, because sometimes trying to do too much really limits us. And then the second half is my planning notebook. So thank you so much for watching my videos. Please remember to subscribe to see more content like this. And we go live on Friday evenings, usually around 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we talk about just what we're up to, our different journaling, traveler's notebooks, all that fun stuff, and just chatting. So I will see you next time. Take care.